Let's start our today's Abhidhamma study, reciting Namo Tassa 3 times together. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Okay. Yeah, welcome to Abhidhamma class. So today is a lesson for our Abhidhamma or learning in the fundamental knowledge, fundamental stage. Yeah, okay. In today's lesson, we are going to study the analysis of attainment and individual. So here in analysis of attainment mean the Samapatti Beta, and also the analysis of individual is Pukala Beta. Although we today we repeat these two lessons, these two sessions here in this lesson 73. Actually, we have learned these all information in previous lesson. And because for the analysis of individual, it is important to know before we study others information explained in the Abhidhamma Sangha. That's why I already provide this information in formal lessons and also attainment. And for the analysis of attainment, especially we have studied in lesson 34, 35, 36 around. So you can replay the recorded videos. Okay, so today here, in order to understand the analysis of attainment, how we can analyze the attainment. So when we practice the concentration meditation, samatha or vipassana meditation inside, we can understand through the cognitive process how it happened. So the first one is the process in the attainment of jhana, which is called jhana samapatti. So if one successful in the practice of concentration meditation, that meditator attain this certain level of concentration that is recognized as the jhana, which is called mahagata. Mahagata, that is going beyond the sensual sense, sensual object, and sensual jhana. Then it reaches to the jhana. Then first time arising, first time attainment is called the adhigamika viti. It's called adhigamika, the cognitive process in the past time attainment. We already mentioned. At that time, the jhana is only one time. The jhana is only one time. So in the cognitive process, we already learned. And after that attainment, that meditator trying to get into that certain stage of concentration again, and then it is called samapatti. So samapatti, in the process of samapatti, it arises the jhana take place countless time. We cannot count it because sometimes it lasts hours and it lasts the whole day, because even one moment, even a short moment and millions of mind movement happen. If it takes more than an hour, we cannot count. Now, this is different between the Adhigamika Viti and Samapatti Viti. Then, and another one, second one is the process in the attainment of Phala Samapatti. If a meditator practice insight meditation, Vipassana meditation, and when he or she is successful, attain the mega. At the moment of mega, we already can repeat it, how the mega arise. So when the mega arise, the 2 or 3 times of Phala, fruition movement followed to the mega mind movement. This is first time arising of Phala. Now we cannot say the first time arising of mega because mega never repeat. So for Phala, it will repeat in the Samapatti Viti. So we can say that is first time arising of Phala is followed to the mega. Then after the attainment of certain level of Phala, when the noble person, so we call after arising, he shift to the noble person. When the noble person went to enter to the fruition, so there is second time he followed the attainment of fruition. He practiced the Vipassana meditation again and reached to a level of fruition concentration. Fruition that is called Phala Samapatti Viti. So this is number 2. And for number 3 is a process in the attainment of succession, Nirodha Samapatti Viti. Here we conclude only 3 attainments. So because we already explained about the Abhidhamma Viti. Abhidhamma is one of the jhana. So if reaching to the 5th jhana and one can enter to the Abhidhamma, but that Abhidhamma is although we recognize Abhidhamma Samapatti, it is not repeating the jhana movement. Only one movement jhana, and it takes the action to accomplish whatever he made a resolution according to his resolution. And we already talk about the Abhidhamma Viti. So in this lesson, we will just talk about only 3 Samapatti. So here, in the cognitive process of attainments, as in the stream of life continuum, and there is no fixed procedure. This is in these 3, but actually for format 2 is exactly matched with the expression in this expression of the no fixed procedure regarding the process. So I mean, countless number of mind movements are arising, just like the life continuums between 2 cognitive process. We cannot count how many life continuums. That's why we just show the after the cognitive process, the life continuum continue as a part of the life. So in the same way, during the process of attainment, also no fixed procedure of mind movement arise. Okay, so it can be either sublime or supramundane. Sublime is Mahagata, any of jhana, and supramundane is Lokuttara. Jhana, jhana take place. And so let's see. Because jhana samapatti, we already explained it, not much different, and just repeating time mind movement is different. So we will see the Phala Samapatti. So we already mentioned about the mega Viti. So attainment of mega during that time, and followed by the Phala. Here Phala Samapatti, related to the Phala Samapatti Viti, the text of Abhidhamma Sangha and the translation of comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma mentioned this information. The attainment of fruition plus samapatti is a meditative attainment, right? So this meditative attainment, inside meditation attainment. So when one meditate inside meditation, he attained the mega. In the same way, when he like to enter to the attainment of fruition, also he need to practice the inside meditation. So by practicing concentration meditation, he cannot enter to the plasma body. That's why need to practice inside meditation, by which noble disciple enter to supreme supramundane absorption. Here is the supramundane absorption, with Nibbana as object. So whenever enter into the plasma body, the fruition jhana take place. Whenever fruition jhana take place, it take Nibbana as its object. So the noble disciple practice inside meditation so that it cause to arise the supramundane absorption, which is called jhana, and Lokuttara jhana. Then the purpose for the practice of inside meditation, again, after attainment of mega, with the intention to enter to the attainment of fruition, plus samapatti, is experience the bliss of Nibbana here and now in this life. So through the consciousness, the fruition consciousness, taking Nibbana as its object, then noble person can get the sense, the peace of, peaceful state of, or the sense of the peaceful state of Nibbana here and now in this life. So this refers to the Sanditiko or Akaliko, the Buddha, the Dhamma is virtue. When we talk about the 6 virtues of the Dhamma, normally expressed as Swakhato, Bhagavata, Dhamma. Yes, Sanditiko, Akaliko. Sanditiko, or the person he himself or her himself can experience here and now in this life, and also immediate results. Even the Nibbana can be experienced by one's own experience if the person can practice successfully. Then, so this purpose is to enjoy the bliss of Nibbana in this life. If one want to have the self proof and can practice and experience, then citta that occur in this attainment are fruition citta. So it's the description here. Fruition citta correspond to the desire-based level of realization. I mean, that person attained their first attainment is called Sotapaddi Mega. After the Sotapaddi Phala arise. After that attainment, if that Sotapanna noble disciple like to experience Nibbana here and now, so practice the inside meditation again and reaching to the certain level of support of concentration and inside knowledge, it entered to the Phala-samapatti. So, but he cannot enter to the Sakadagami Phala-samapatti because he didn't attain yet. Then also here, 4 grades of noble individual can enter their own proper fruition attainment. Because this is explained in this way, after the attainment of second Sakadagami fruition, if the noble person practice to enter to the supramundane and attainment of Phala-samapatti, that will get into the Sakadagami, not to the Sotapatti, Phala-samapatti, or the higher Anagami or Arhata, because it says that their own proper, so here their own proper fruition attainment. Each one of them can enter to their respected attainment. So the three enterer attaining the fruition of attainments, three entery. So in the same way, for one's returner can enter to the one's returning, and non-returner to the non-returning anagami pala samapatti. Or for arahaship, whenever he trying to enter to the attainment of fruition, they go to the arahata plus samapatti, not to the lower level. Okay, so first need to make the resolution to attain the fruition and developing in sequence insight knowledge. So starting from the rise and fall, yeah, according to Visuddhimagga, it mentioned the meditator, even if all noble person, whenever they want to enjoy the nibbana through the plasmapati, and they need to make the resolution. So one resolution is by that resolution is the mind inclined to the attainment of fruition, plasmapati, not for the attainment of next level. Next level. For Sotapanna, he need to practice insight meditation to attain the Sakadagami Magga. For Sakadagami noble person, he need to attain in insight meditation in order to attain the Anagami Magga. And for Anagami noble person, he need to attain the practice insight knowledge to attain the Arhata Magga. But without making any resolution, and he can practice insight meditation, and according to the condition, supporting condition, he can attain the highest Magga. But if he like to enter to the plasmapati, he just need to make resolution. This practice is intended to attain the fruition, attainment, plasmapati, not for the higher level of the Magga attainment. So this is the difference how they can develop their insight knowledge after the attainment of any stage of enlightenment. But for the arhatship, because they don't have any further stage to attain for Magga, so they just need to make resolution if they want to attain if they want to enter to the attainment of fruition, and all just enjoying the vipassana. Okay, no problem, they can do it. And so anyhow, they have to start from the rise and fall, Udiyabhaya Jnana. So from the Udiyabhaya Jnana, they start to practice, then they keep continuing the step by step and developing. But although it is mentioned that have to go all the insight knowledge in sequence, but it will not take long times, because even short time, all the knowledge can be according to their maturity or their concentration. If they can maintain the right position of concentration and right level of concentration, they can easily enter. If they cannot maintain, for example, if they focusing on the giving service to the Sangha or teaching or something like this, so the mind is not easy to concentrate because it is busy to focus on the other aspects. At that time, they have difficulties to enter to the plasmapati. But anyway, they still can enter if they repractice to be in the certain level. Okay, so this is how they can enter to the plasmapati. So first, make resolution and develop insight knowledge in sequence starting from the rise and fall, Udiyabhaya Jnana, and reach to the plasmapati. After the Anuloma Jnana, so Sankharupakkha Jnana, Anuloma Jnana, And the cognitive process is already mentioned that. So in this case, when the noble disciple trying to enter to the attainment of fruition, it will not come in the parikama or upachara like this. All the neighborhood concentration can be named as sorry, this one is called anuloma, conformity, the last one. Just repeating this neighborhood concentration, and all of them are named. But actually for them, they don't need to name, and they just practice and enter to their fruition. But if we analyze from the Abhidhamma knowledge, all of them should be named as the conformity only. There's no Godrabu again. And afterward, after the 4 times of conformity, fruition consciousness take place in countless number. After that, at the end, the bhavanga take place. This is how the noble disciple entered to the Phalasamappati. So here the fruition mind movement refers to the respective fruition mind movement. And for example, if the Sotapanna noble disciple enter Phalasamappati, this fruition must be Sotappati, a fruition consciousness. And for Sakadagami, the same. And for Arhatship, the fruition must be only the fruition consciousness of Arhatship. Okay, so let's talk about the last attainment of Nirodha Samapatti. Here we need some information. So Nirodha Samapatti refers to the meditative attainment. So same meditative attainment, but here in which the stream of consciousness and mental fetters is completely cut off temporarily. Because for Arhata noble person, at the end of this life, after death moment, and there's no more consciousness. That is permanently cutting off of the consciousness and mental fetter. But here in the life, during the lifetime, when the noble disciple of Anagami and Arhata want to enter to the Nirodha Samapatti, not only Phalasamappati. So what is the difference between the Phalasamappati, the attainment of fruition, and Nirodha Samapatti, the attainment of cessation? So during the Phalasamappati, the fruition mind is running, fruition mind is rising and passing away. So, along with the fruition consciousness, there are mental fetters, starting mental fetters, they are rising and passing away all the time. But for the Nirodha Samapatti, even the fruition mind movement is not arising. All the consciousness and mental fetters are temporarily terminated, stop. Only the materialities of gamma bone matters and temperature bone matter and nutriment bone matter, 3 kinds arise. So even the mind bone matter in the physical body cannot arise, because the mind, when it produces, they immediately produce when they arise, the mind bone matter. After arising of the last moment, as long as the attainment of cessation take place, and depends on how many hours or how many days. And during this period of time, the mind bone matter also not arising. So here we can see consciousness, mental fetters, and mind bone matters are temporarily cease, not continue to arise. Okay, so here the expression, let's see, the entering the process, how to enter to the Nirodha Samapatti, the attainment of cessation, is one have to enter successively upon the sublime attainments. So here sublime attainment, you remember that jhana, the beginning with the first jhana. So after entering to first jhana, I need to enter to the he need to emerge from first jhana, then contemplate with the insight. So insight knowledge also need to practice against. Sorry. The first concentration meditation. So this procedure is mixed with the concentration and insight practice together, because it needs both the power of both concentration and insight. So first, he needs to practice concentration meditation up to the level of first jhana. Then when after entering to the first jhana attainment, he need to emerge from the first jhana. Then after that, immediately after that, need to contemplate by the insight knowledge, contemplate the conditioned state during the time of first jhana, the arising of mentalities and materialities. You need to contemplate by the insight knowledge. Then after that, need to proceed to the second jhana attainment with the concentration meditation again. After emerging from the second jhana, and then need to contemplate by insight knowledge, and then keep going, get third jhana, fourth jhana, and after that, the formula jhana also need to continue. So then when reach to the base of nothingness, you may remember this one is the thought jhana. So the base of nothingness is thought arupa jhana or akinchanya yarana. So that thought arupa attainment, and you need to make resolution before entering to the fourth arupa jhana. The process come and enter into jhana, contemplate by the insight knowledge, and in this way reach into the third arupa jhana. After emerging from the third arupa jhana, he need to make resolution as the a preliminary requirement for the Nirodha Samapatti. Then again, after making such kind of resolution, etc., he entered to the fourth arupa jhana, which is called the jhana neither perception or non-perception, nivasanya, nasanya yarana. Then emerge from the fourth arupa jhana. It means they just taking the here exactly mentioned the two mind movement of fourth arupa absorption, only 2 times arise. After that, the continuum of consciousness is suspended, no more consciousness, and mental fetters arise after 2 mind movement of fourth arupa jhana. It means that state is called the nirodha, cessation. So that is called cessation. This is how the text mentioned for the Nirodha Samapatti, the process. So need to enter to the jhana in the sequence. After that, each time when he emerged from the jhana, need to contemplate all the conditional phenomena during the time of jhana, reflecting on that, then reaching to the third arupa jhana, and before enter to the fourth one, because the fourth one only take 2 times, take place only 2 times. So before entering to the less and highest arupa jhana, and need to make the resolution, etc., the preliminary duties, then enter into the fourth jhana, and only 2 times arise. Afterward, the nirodha take place. Okay, so here, let's see what are the preliminary duties after the attainment of, after emergence from the base of nothingness, the third arupa jhana, and before reaching to the nirodha state. That is, so number 1 is any requisites belong to him, so should not be destroyed during the attainment. So that's why in the commentary it is mentioned when the fire, a forest fire or man-made fire happen, the requisites of the noble person entering to Nirodha Samapattis are not harmed or not destroyed because it is protected by the attainment itself. So making this determination. And also should make the resolution to emerge, to be able to emerge if Sangha need his service. So sometimes certain person, Sangha need a certain person's service to solve the problems. So that's why as the member of Sangha, and they need to respect to the Sangha, and they need to make this kind of samapati. For example, if he make the determination to enter to 7 days, but during this time the Sangha need his service, and Sangha gathering and waiting for his service, then automatically it's just like the alarm, and he emerge automatically because of his resolution. Or if Sangha needs, and I will. So sometimes they skip this kind. If they don't make this kind of resolution, and all the Sangha is waiting, and they don't know this happened. So this mentioned this history about the question of Milinda Panya. So the Kim Milinda, that kind of occasion mentioned. Okay, so number 3, during the Buddha's time, they need to make this kind of number 3 resolution also, because sometimes when the Buddha address certain bhikkhu, so it should not be delayed to come to the Buddha. That's why with respect to the Buddha, he need to make this kind of, if the Buddha is someone, automatically emerge. Then the last one is not bound to die within 7 days. So within 7 days, although this one is making resolution, actually it cannot die, because during that time the death moment of consciousness cannot happen. So he need to discern before entering to the Nirodha Samapatti whether he has the sudden he has remaining in lifespan or not, lifespan enough or not, to make determination how many hours or how many days. So that within 70, it should not die. So after making this resolution as a preliminary duty, and he followed the practice of concentration and insight, back and forth, or we can say the sweeping one another, then finally reach to the temporary suspension or temporary cessation, which is called Nirodha Samapatti. Then here, some information about the Nirodha Samapatti. So for Nirodha Samapatti, one can enter the non-returner or Arhat only, because the text explains before, after emerging from the Nirodha, there arrives the fruition consciousness of non-returner or Arahatship. Consciousness occurs one time. Occurs one time. That's why it must be any of these noble disciple, or one returner, non-returner, or arahata, in order to give rise in non-returning consciousness or arahatship consciousness. So the first rule is it should be here, because it needs the 2 power or concentration and insight. So we make this the first one, mastery in the attainment or complete attainment. 4 Rupavachara Chana and 4 Arupavachara Chana. So I think you get the meaning 4 find, the Abhidhamma, although we mentioned about the 5 Rupavachara jhana in Abhidhamma, but normally we counted for the attainment only 4. And Arubhavachara 4, together they are called the 8 attainments. So in order to enter to Nirodha Samapatti, one must be already mastery in the attainment of complete 8 jhana. If he less or if he does not practice the concentration up to the attainment of jhana, he cannot enter to the Nirodha Samapatti. He can only enter to the attainment of fruition plus Samapatti only. So then number 2, having the attainment of non-returning or arhatship, because as mentioned here, in order to give a rise the fruition consciousness of non-returning or arhatship, it need to be in the level of non-returning or arhatship. Then number 3 is the sensual planes or the 5 material plane only. If he were born in the sensual plane of existence or 5 material plane of existence, he can enter to Nirodha Samapatti. If he were born in the Arupa realm, the immaterial plane of existence, he cannot enter to Nirodha Samapatti because within the immaterial plane of existence, there is no attainment of first jhana or second jhana, or because the 5 material jhana cannot arise in the immaterial plane of existence. That's why the first one can be absent. So he cannot enter to the first jhana or second jhana in the sequence. By lack of the support of these former jhana, also he cannot enter to the Nirodha Samapatti. These are some information related to the Nirodha Samapatti. So let's see the process, how it entered to the Nirodha Samapatti. This is the less cognitive process. Before that, as I mentioned, them need to practice concentration meditation and the reach to the jhana. After they enter into jhana, and when he emerged from the first jhana, need to arise the insight meditation process to reflect by the insight knowledge. Then again and again, this kind repeating, then it reached the final after making resolution, emerging from the third Arupa jhana. Then it reached to this mental process. So cutting off the bhavanga and mind door process take place. Then parikama, upachara, anuloma, and change of lineage, because the sensual to the jhana change. So here change of lineage is different kinds of level. So after 2 times of jhana here, 2 jhana refers to the wholesome or functional immaterial 4 jhana here. 2 jhana refers to that, 2 mind movement. So whenever we display or we explain by the consciousness mind movement cognitive process, we need to be able to identify each mind movement refers to which consciousness. So here, according to the sequence explanation, just before Nirodha Samapatti, we can understand it must be for the non-returner, wholesome, for the araha, functional, but it is definitely immaterial 4 jhana consciousness, 2 mind movement. Then it entered to Nirodha. During the Nirodha, if we identify by the reality, we can say that 3 kinds of ultimate reality take place: the karma born matter, and temperature born matter, and nutriment born matter. Only 3 we can identify. So a group of aggregates of 3 materialities are there. So to identify Nirodha, we can say, but we cannot explain by the mentalities at all, because all mentality absent. After that, the fruition For the fruition mind movement, we can identify by Anagami Phala consciousness or Arhata Phala consciousness, one mind movement. So this is how we identify each mind movement and by their specific types of consciousness. But sometimes for the neighborhood concentration, it can be one of them, one of the great wholesome consciousness or great functional consciousness, full of them, associated with knowledge, full of them, but we cannot identify exactly because it can be either one of these four can possible. Then after one-time fruition, the bhavanga take place. Again, this is the emergence of Nirodha Samapatti. So in this lesson, we try to, again, this one already explained this this cognitive process. And so trying to repeat it about the Nirodha Samapatti to give how to enter and to how to emerge the process arise during the attainment of Nirodha Samapatti. Okay, so here the second part, the analysis of individual, is related to the attainment of mega and plus. So this one we already studied from the lesson 17 and also I think lessons 71. No. The attainment of mega and pala. At the same time, when the mega arises and it eradicates or completely eradicate, or sometimes it attenuates for the second one, the fetters, which called the sanyojana, according to the Sutta explanation, or the defilements. In many Sutta mentioned that about the mental defilements are eradicators. But here, Abhidhamma Sangha follow to the Sutta text is mentioned by the name of Sanyojana. Anyhow, these Sanyojana and defilements are referring to the starting unwholesome mental fetters to be eradicated. So we already explained this slide, so we don't need to repeat it, just mention the connection between the analysis of individual and the attainment of supramundane attainments, mega and pala. Then, so in the successfully attainment, after with the successfully attainment of mega and pala, we can analyze the individual. So it gradually develops from the only the Tihetuka individual can attain. So from number 4, Tihetuka Puthujjana, triple-rooted individual, when he practice and success in the insight meditation, he become a Sotapaddi mega, only one mind movement, then Sotapaddi fruition individual, then Sakadagami, Anagami, Arahata in this way. And from the Puthujjana to the Sikha, the trainees level. And at the end, it reached to the Asika, Arhashit, Arhata, Pala, the fruition of noble person or fruition of Arhat. And this is how we can analyze the individual. This also more started mentioned, and from the lesson 5, I introduced this one from the lesson 5. So throughout the lesson series, I many times repeated. So we don't need to study it anymore. I just wanted to complete the whole session following the Abhidhamma Sangha text. And and okay, so let's continue the encouragement of the Acharya Anuruddha. So as the final session, so if we reflect on these all 9 chapters of Abhidhamma Sangha, first 3 focus on the analysis of consciousness and mental fetters and their connection, how they arise together, and analyze in different way of the by way of feeling or by way of function or by way of thought, etc. The analyze come first. After analyzing the process, Acharya Anuruddha continue talking about the process, explaining different kinds of cognitive process. After the Vitimutta process, cognitive free process, then it include the many information about the planar existence and lifespan and karma and death, moment, and rebirth, like this. So round of samsara, he completed. After explaining these all information about mentalities or consciousness and mental fetters, he explained about the materiality in the 6th chapter. Then, in order to connect to the Sutta teaching, he provided this chapter 7 by the name used in the Sutta. So these are Satipatthana, Samapatthana, or different kinds of asava, or wholesome case like this. Then in chapter 8, he mentioned the conditioning of the mentalities and materialities to show they arise due to their condition in two methods, or paticcasamuppada and patthana. Then finally, for the last session, the last chapter, he explained the meditation, because the learner already accumulated all information about the mentalities and materialities and their conditioning relationship. So it is time to start to meditate and get the attainment by his own experience. So he explained about the meditation techniques, about of the concentration and insight both. So then he explained about the attainment, and he explained about a classification of individual up to the arhatship. Then finally, he encouraged, after learning, who aspires to enjoy the taste, just not only just learning about the taste of the fruition or jhana or nirodha samapatti or nibbana, not only learning. If the learner inspired to enjoy the taste of the attainments, and need to practice in the Buddha dispensation, is Buddha sasana. So the practice is for one's own effort. So nobody can help. Even the Buddha cannot help you to attain any stage of concentration or any stage of insight or enlightenment. So it is completely depend on your own effort. So the Buddha several times repeated, I'm just only the teacher. You yourself have to work. You yourself have to practice. So the Acharya Anuruddha also following this path. And I already explained, give the information necessary in the practice, and also the way of the method of practice. So you have to relate on your own effort to attain these tastes of enjoyment. Then, so should develop this twofold meditation, so excellent in the ways explained. So in the way explained is very important. After learning, if we don't use this knowledge and we just do whatever we like, it's not following the way, the excellent way as explained in the explained by the teacher. So when you practice twofold meditation, samatha or vipassana, you need to remember this information and taught by given by the Acharya Anuruddha and the Abhidhamma test. Then need to follow the way explained by the test. Then you will get the enjoyment to taste the attainment or experience nibbana. Up to the highest one is nibbana. So from when we finish study, and it is necessary to relate to the practice. So please respect to the encouragement of the Acharya Anuruddha and trying to practice according to the teaching what we have learned here, samatha and vipassana all. Thank you very much. I hope all of you be successful in the practice as well. Thank you.
Okay. So, dear Sayadaw, to study all the books of Abhidhamma, how long does it take? Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Yeah. So for me, I started that from my age of 14, and I think in the 22nd around, I think I have accumulated this information. So it seemed about 8 years around. It means that not only this test. We study the palikrama and the Pali Canon test as well. So it is just a part of our teaching. That's why it takes around 8 years of my learner life, as a student. After that, I become the teacher, and I was teaching. So, but you don't need to worry for 8 years. It will not. So now, even once a week, or here later, twice a week, we conduct the class. It's 3 years. So if you play the lesson here at 73 only, the lesson 73, it means only within the 3 months you can get all information about these Abhidhammas. Yeah, thank you.
May we invite Sayadaw to give us a closing talk for this series of Abhidhamma lessons. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Brother Chung Han, and thank you, Sally Santi, and thank you everybody who come to participate here. And so without the participant and without the student, we cannot teach. If we cannot teach, and for myself, I cannot accumulate the wholesome karma during the process of teaching. So you are the one who support me to accumulate the wholesome karma, to give rise to my karma and teaching Abhidhamma. And I'm really glad to accomplish this teaching series. It is a continuous effort for 3 years. Not only for myself and your effort also, I really appreciate you come along with my teaching. Although, many people thinking that Abhidhamma is very dry and, very profound teaching. It's not easy to concentrate to the end. Now, anyway, we have done this level of Abhidhamma teaching, and I think it will take to digest for some times. So it's different. The first stage we have more members. The second stages we have a lesser than the first stages, and for reaching to the third stages, only a few remain. So I really appreciate, and also I like to encourage again, as encouraged by the Acharya Anuruddha. So our ultimate goal is practice and attain the attainment, not only learning. Learning is foundation. So the Abhidhamma knowledge is very useful in daily life and in meditation. So if we use Abhidhamma teaching in daily life, we can identify a unwholesome consciousness or wholesome consciousness. even we can identify the cognitive process, what kind of cognitive process in general, arising in our mind. So morning, what kinds mostly take place, and afternoon and evening and night. So if we learn, or many of unwholesome cognitive process are arising in our daily life, we should know this is not good for us, because along with the mind movement, the gamma, along with the jhana mind movement, the gamma are arising. Accumulation of such kind of unwholesome will cause the suffering in the future. Understanding the cause and effect relationship throughout the Abhidhamma explanation. We should be cautious the arising of unwholesome mental process. Then we understand how we can try, or we can regulate, keeping yoniso manasikara, proper attention, to give a rise the wholesome jhana, wholesome cognitive process. Then by that we can attain the enjoyment, and we can attain the happiness in the life. This is how we can apply our Abhidhamma knowledge into daily life. Then for meditation also can apply the Abhidhamma knowledge. Using the Abhidhamma knowledge, we know this is materiality, this is mentalities, and how they are relating each other. And also yogi can understand, or this is just the preliminary stage or neighborhood concentration only, and this is the absorption concentration. And also understand how to practice the concentration, establish concentration, and how to practice insight. So samatha and vipassana become so clear about the after learning Abhidhamma. So through the knowledge of Abhidhamma, that's why. But for sure, if you are not using this Abhidhamma knowledge, or the practicing through the reading or meditation, and you will forget all the Abhidhamma information and come confused. So before you forget this information, please replay the lesson and reread the notes and discuss more about the Abhidhamma, so that you don't forget. And although we mentioned about the examination, so the examination is not final pass. The final goal is we intend to be able to use this all information in your practice, in your application of daily life or meditation, and so that you attain in the enlightenment. So everything in this lesson refers to be a condition for the attainment of jhana, or attainment of enlightenment in both practice. So I hope to see you in in the further lesson when we conduct again about the next stages. But I think it will take several times. It's sometimes to digest the first stage without this fundamental knowledge stage of Abhidhamma. We cannot study the highest level of that's called the Abhidhammata Vibhavini if we study, but we can recognize that is advanced level. So need to maintain this information in your mind. After that, just need to discuss according to sub-commentary and deepening how they mention, how they discuss. And most of the part, explanation, detailed explanation. And sometimes if we compare with the Lady Seattle is teaching, they are arguing each other. So if we could not keep the original teaching from Acharya Anuruddha, and we can easily get confused when we study the Abhidhamma Vibhavini and the Paramata Tipani, the higher level. So so I want to express my thanks to everybody here, and I want to express my delightful feeling to accomplish this kind of auspicious teaching, profound teaching of Abhidhamma. I think this is the complete lesson where I think they are difficult to find. So we already done, and I appreciate all of your effort and participation, and may all of you attain the ultimate goal of Nibbana. Thank you very much. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.